Hello! My name's Amanda. I like talking about books, and today we are going to talk about my TBR for my summer reading challenge. Well, it's not my summer reading challenge, but I'm joining it. My friend Kat over on Instagram, Kat the Book Cat, is hosting her annual summer reading challenge where you try to read as much of your TBR as you possibly can from about the end of May until the end of August. Every year I make my TBR way too long, and nothing has changed. My TBR is super long this year, and I plan on making it longer. But first, I thought I would show you my initial TBR, and then we can kind of see if I actually get through this, if I add more books or take some out. Maybe you guys can help keep me accountable for my TBR, because I bought a lot of books, especially a lot of manga this year, and so I need to get reading like ASAP. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the books that I will be reading for this summer reading challenge. Okay, first I thought I would show you how I manage my TBR. Kat keeps a spreadsheet, a very detailed spreadsheet. I don't like spreadsheets. So I make journal spreads. So this is my journal spread. It's pretty simple. It's just the book with the title and author, how many pages the book has, and the date I read it. As you can see, as I'm filming this, I've already read 3 of the books on my TBR, but we'll talk about that in a second. And so far, I have about 25 books on my TBR, which is actually not a lot. The last time I had 37, and I did not, let me tell you, I did not get to 37 books. But yeah, I have high hopes for this one. I think I might actually be able to get through all 25 and add some more books, but again, we'll see. So let's talk about what I've read and what I have left. So the first set of books on my TBR is actually the entire Delicious in Dungeon manga. As you saw, I've already crossed 3 books off, so I've already read volumes 4, 5, and 6 of Delicious in Dungeon, which are these, so 4, 5, and 6. I've already read these 3 volumes, and I have to go find the other ones. So I have left to read volumes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and I believe 14 is out in English as well. Editing Amanda has to put them all on the screen, and she's gonna hate me so much. But anyway, all of the rest of Delicious in Dungeon is on my TBR. That's 14 books. So, well, it's not 14 books in total because I already read 1 through 3 before the challenge started. The next book on my TBR is Warriors Into the Wild. This is the first book in the Warrior Cat series by Erin Hunter. Yes, that warrior cats that you see little girls on the playground playing. The reason I'm reading this is because my friend Maddie really likes Warriors and wants someone to talk about it with. So I told her that I would read Warriors, and I'm actually almost completely done with the book. And I'm just shocked by how intricate this cat book is becoming. Like, what do you mean? They can't just have peace among the clans. No, it's just me and Firepaw think that? Okay. I guess I'll go. But yes, Warriors Into the Wild is also on my TBR. Also on my TBR is The Geomagician by Jennifer Mandula. This is a historical fiction that follows a paleontologist who wants to be able to wield fossil magic, which has to be the most interesting premise I think I've heard in a very long time. That's such a weird premise, and I really like it. I also really love historical fiction. Historical fiction is one of my favorite types of book. Like, it's really near and dear to me. It really, really is. So yes, I have The Geomagician in this gorgeous copy. Is it me or is that text small? You tell me, I don't have my glasses. Does that look small to you? The next book on my TBR is The Dreadfuls by Rae Dunlap. This is another historical fiction novel set during the Victorian era, my favorite era of all. And this follows a young woman who has been sent to a reformatory, and she is obsessed with penny dreadfuls, and that is going to lead to her trying to solve the murders being committed by Jack the Ripper. I love Jack the Ripper books too. There's a weird thing going on here, isn't there? It's just like a lot of historical fiction. So yes, Victorian historical fiction, another one, check. Also on my TBR, more manga, volumes 11 through 15 of Spy X Family by Tatsuya Endo. I'm obsessed with Spy X Family. This was the first manga that like really gripped me and got me into reading manga, so I want to catch up on all the volumes that are currently out in English. I must finish my favorite manga. I also want to read Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson. I really enjoyed S.T. Gibson's other book that I read, which was A Dowry of Blood. I devoured A Dowry of Blood. I was obsessed with it. I love it. I think it is an amazing book. I love the way she tackled the topic of obsession and abuse and like time and vampirism. I loved all of it. So when I saw that she had another dark romantasy thing going on, I wanted to read it. So we have that by S.T. Gibson. I actually have a lot of other S.T. Gibson books as well, but specifically this one's the first one that made it onto my immediate TBR. Then we have a cozy fantasy, and this is Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. These titles are always really long when they're by Heather Fawcett. This is, like I said, just a cozy fantasy that follows a 1920s Montreal cat rescue. Another historical fiction. Another one. I actually did not do this on purpose. They're not all supposed to be historical fiction, but there's a running joke going on here, clearly. Then we have Fruit of the Flesh by Ivy Ophelia. I picked this up because it kind of sounded like it was going to give me the same vibes as Blood on Her Tongue, in the sense that it's like gothic and macabre and a bit creepy and unsettling, and this takes place in early 1900s New York. Another historical fiction, yes. Yes. It says, love devours those who dare to taste it. Then we have Priest by Sierra Simone. This is a dark? I don't even think this is a dark romance. This is a priest romance. To do with that information what you will. Okay, I went to Catholic school. I was bored and it was fun, and I'm not even sorry. I'm actually reading it to my friends and we're like laughing about it together. My only gripe is that it's like really poorly written. Like, it's actually really poorly written and I hate it. It's not like an interesting priest romance. It's just horny man, which is boring. And then I have Jaws by Peter Benchley. Jaws isn't the same that inspired the movie Jaws. I had a brief Jaws kick a little while ago where I was really obsessed with Jaws and like shark movies and sharks. So I picked this up then and I really want to read it because I'm very curious to see how the book compares to the movie. I remember my mom saying that she got to see it when it first came out in theaters and how it genuinely scared her, which I thought was interesting because when I watched it, it did not scare me. Not sure I'm gonna get scared. Not like I really enjoyed Jurassic Park, so I have hopes. I have high hopes. And finally, the last book on my TBR is Eternal Ruin by Tigest Girma. This is the second book in her vampire series. This is one of my most anticipated reads this year. I finally have the time to read it, and I need to read this book. I need to devour it and be satiated because the last book left off on such a cliffhanger. I don't know if I'm ready. And then the third book is coming out fairly soon. I've seen her talking about it on TikTok. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is going to be so good. But I'm scared of the last book because the last couple series that I've tried to finish, even though they've all been dark romance, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but they've been very bad final books in a series. I don't want any more third book syndrome. I wanted like the last book in a series for once. That is my entire summer TBR challenge TBR. Wish me luck. I have a lot of high hopes for the books I'm reading. I'm really excited about a lot of them. So hopefully they all deliver and are very good. If not, I might very well cry. Because I'm out of graduate school and I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Starting to feel like maybe I should get a PhD just for the hell of it.